So, because of my mental health condition, I have sensitivity issues. Sensitivity to light, sound, touch. Now, as a parent, that can be problematic. Your kids want hugs. Listen, sometimes being touched makes me feel drained, like the energy is being sucked out of my body. Sometimes it makes my nerves feel shocked, like I'm being struck by lightning. And sometimes touch takes me back to traumatic memories and I relive them. And sometimes I get touched and nothing happens. It all depends on the day and the weather. Who knows? And that's very challenging for me and for my family. Now, a lot of my kids, their love language is hugs. They want to be touched all the time, and that's just what that is. And I feel like sometimes it's hard for people, especially women, to tell others when they're uncomfortable. I don't know why we're always preoccupied with not wanting to seem rude or always considering other people's emotions more than our own. You will sit up there and be talking to somebody and they will say something that offends you, you won't speak up. They will say something that makes you feel uncomfortable, you won't speak up. Somebody will put their hand on your shoulder, you're uncomfortable, but you don't say anything. And you just stand there screaming internally, but you don't say anything because you don't want to offend them. What? They've crossed every single boundary. And don't act like you haven't given them unspoken cues. Most of communication is nonverbal, okay? It's nonverbal. You don't have to sit up here and say how you feel to make someone feel how you feel. They're just ignoring the cues that you gave them, or they can't see them, okay? Some people are on the spectrum, respectively, and they don't pick up on social cues. I got some of that in my family as well. Well, hey, listen, I've had to learn to open up my mouth and advocate. It sucks. It sucks for me when my kid's leaning in and I literally just said, that's your last hug until later. And naturally, they're going to get defensive because they feel rejected. But it's like, I cannot continue to burn internally and then be mad at the whole world because I didn't open up my mouth when someone made me feel uncomfortable. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But then when you... Okay, I'm going to tell you what I actually said. So they leaned in for the hug. I let them hug me. And I was like, all right, now that's your last hug until later. They were like, well, this is my first time hugging you for today. And I'm like, yeah, I've been overhugged, though. You know, and they went to start to continue on with whatever they were going to say. And I immediately shut it down. Because this isn't about you. You're not about to sit up here and make me feel guilty because I advocated for myself. So I was like, just say okay and walk away. And see, I have a reputation in my family for being brash and mean. But I don't feel like I'm being mean. I don't feel like there's any other way to make someone feel better about hearing something they don't want to hear. No one wants to be rejected. No one wants to go for a conversation and be told, no, I actually don't want to have this conversation. That happened too last night because I have a lot of never-ending talkers in my family, and I get full. I get overwhelmed. So I told myself that the next time I was in that situation, I was going to say something. So we're in a conversation, right? Well, we weren't in a conversation. I just made a comment. And they were like, well, would you like to know some facts about that? And I was like, no, actually I wouldn't. And the look on their face, that was like the nerve of you. But in my mind, I felt so proud of myself because normally I would just sit through that 15 minutes of torture because in my mind it's torture. My mind is going constantly. It never stops, which is why sometimes I have problems sleeping. I've always had insomnia as a child. But I will sit there and suffer. And when I say suffer, I mean suffer because I feel like my entire body is on fire. I feel like my head is about to explode. It's hard for me to breathe. This is what I'm going through when I am full and I'm already overwhelmed with energy and something external wants my attention. And for me to try to pause all of my never-ending thoughts, all of these streams of consciousness, I'm picking up on other stuff going on, I'm getting information, I'm just tapped in, and it's a lot going on, and now I got to focus on something that I don't want to focus on to make you feel better. When, one, you don't care that I'm overwhelmed because somebody that lives with me, you know me, there's no way you don't know that I don't want to have this conversation. You just don't care. So it's like, if I don't get that kind of consideration, why am I over considering everyone else when no one else cares how I feel? Pretty much. Because you're a mom, right? And you just got to put up with it. No, you don't. No, you don't. Listen here. I already have to put up with my fupa, my stretch marks, and y'all. I'm certainly not going to put up with any extra pressure on my mental health, because that's what it is, yo. And that's what I put to them. I'm like, listen, mom's mental health is real. It's not a joke. Okay? We're not going to trigger mom. We're not going to say little things and do little things because you feel some type of way because I had to course correct you, or establish and reaffirm a boundary that I've already set. We've had this conversation many times. Okay? You just don't care. And the point is, I know you're excited that I'm your mom. I'm excited you're my kid. I love you. You're amazing. But there are times when mom is full, mom's overwhelmed. Mom's a single mom with mental health issues. Starting a business, helping y'all start your business. I still got a kid in high school. She's homeschooled. Like, I got a lot going on in my life. I don't need y'all giving me no extra back talk when I have to tell you something. And if mom says she's overwhelmed and she needs space, give her space. Give her space. Because y'all don't like when I'm doing too much or I'm micromanaging. Well, guess what? There are consequences to having a stressed out mom. Just like there are consequences to having stressed out kids. You don't want me going around here yelling at y'all, nitpicking, oh, you got dishes in your room. Oh, there's hair on the bathroom wall. Oh, when's the last time you don't want me doing that. So when mom says, I need a break. I need some space. Let's put a pin in this conversation until later. Give me some grace. Give me some grace, okay? Because I just made y'all a 4-course meal. I've been in the kitchen for 5 hours. And that's a regular day. That's a Wednesday, okay? The house is spotless. And whenever you ask me for money, that Cash App is sent before the conversation's even over. Y'all gonna give me some grace. And they do. And I love that for me. And I love that for them, child. Listen, it's a lot of water and air in my chart. You know what you get when you mix water and air? Okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to lay that to you because I know sometimes as moms and as women, we don't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. We don't always feel comfortable with advocating for ourselves, but we need to because it's killing us. All them heart attacks, pimples, cramps, backaches, headaches, dryness, coughing, it's from stress. And a lot of it is our fault because we don't open up our mouth and tell people to stop, shut up, put it down. No, ma'am. I said no. You got to do that. Because guess what? Ever since them kids were born, they've been kicking us, peeing in our face, throwing stuff, acting a fool, blaming us for everything. Listen here. We are mothers. We take care of everyone. Even children that don't belong to us. Men that don't belong to us. Girls that don't belong to us. We take care of everyone. Let's start taking care of ourselves. I love you. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you'd like to check out more of my videos on cooking, single parenting, spirituality, or mental health, check out my playlist. If you're interested in checking out some dope music by yours truly, my music is available on all music streaming platforms worldwide under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss. I love you and thank you for being here. Advocate for yourself. It's okay. It's fine. Put everybody in line and find your happiness. I love you, and I'll check you in the next episode. Peace.